早かったですよ。あ、でもそっか、29でもあんなもんだよね、多分。
佐藤圭太君、洛南高校。以上11名で行われます男子 1500m 決勝第4組です。さあスタートいたしました。注目の第4組となっております。さあここ横田真人選手がペースメーカーとして引っ張り始めております。さあ13秒から14秒で 100m の入りです。やはり速いまま入っております。
そうですね、またそこに積極的に洛南高校の佐藤君がもう並ぶように走ってますね。非常に積極的に記録を狙う意気込みが感じれますね。
そうですね、高校記録を今年は更新したいということで、マルチな活躍をしております佐藤君、ただいま第2位で、ついていっております。 さあ 300m の通過が42秒。
41から2ですね。この辺りはもうあれですね、横田君に任せるしかないので、選手たちはその流れにぴったしついて、レースを作っていきたいですね。
さあ先頭56秒から57秒の間で非常にハイペースで入っております。
56、58、1分57ぐらいで入ると言ってましたので、そういった意味で今その流れは作ってますけども、佐藤君、洛南高校の佐藤君、もう少し上半身リラックスして走りたいですね。後半に力を残すためにも、今ついていくのがいっぱいじゃなくて、流れに合わす感覚でリズム作ってくれたら、ラスト1周がもう一度伸びますね。
ただこの一般のこの決勝の中を高校生が前を行くっていうのは素晴らしいところであるかと思いますけれども、さあこれに対して一般の選手たちがこれからどうやっていくかっていうのを見ものだと思います。
佐藤君が抜けたので、これペースメーカーの横田君が離れた後1人になっちゃいますね。ここで後ろから行ってもらいたいですね。
さあ今の1周は59秒で参りまして、1分55秒前後で 800m の通過いかがでしょうか。
ちょっと早いかなと思いますけど、もうこれも行くしかないですよね、この展開になると。
さあ川野さんのその行くしかないというところを高校生がどこまで前を行けるのか注目してみましょう。さあ洛南高校の佐藤君先頭で 1000m2 分26秒で通過しております。
いやでもそれ早いですよね。2分25、6っていうのはこの走りで走れるっていうことは本当に潜在能力の高さを感じますね。
では鐘が鳴りまして、残り1周、今2分41秒前後で入っております。さあここの400どういったところを
どこまでラストもう一度上げれるかですね。これ後ろから行った選手たちに合わせることができたら面白いですけども。
さあ 1200m の通過2分55秒。さあ今の60秒で回ってきております。残り 300m を切りました。さあ先頭変わりまして、小森コーポレーション森田君。さあ3人の争いになりました。ここはラスト 100m 面白いところに来たと思います。
今3分20秒ですね。
さあ残り 100m。
川村君、これ自己記録出そうかな。
さあ記録3分35、7、8秒。そこを3分38秒84で来ております。
素晴らしい。
第2集団を引っ張るのは日本記録山口君。同じ学院大学 Ｅ.オムワンを先頭にまもなく 800m の通過。1分55秒、1分50秒です。この1周58秒。
やばい。
同じ学院大学 Ｅ.オムワン君。現在2位のたった6分を通過し始めました。
All eyes on the start of this 1500 meters. The East German goes quickly into a lead. Jürgen Straub settling the pace down. Ovit on his inside. Then the red striped vest of Wessinghager of West Germany. No slouching. John Walker follows him. Walker of New Zealand with Ovit third. Straub is in fourth. Then Steve Scott of America. And then Morrisley of Africa, the 19-year-old star from Algeria. Wessinghager wearing 9:05 and the red stripe across his chest. And this is a very fast pace indeed. And the European record of 3:34 could go if Wessinghager keeps this up. Walker not fighting at the challenge too hard at the moment, allowing 3 or 4 meters to lapse. But Wessinghager has one win over Walker this season and knows what he has to do. That's an incredible time for 400 meters, 56.5. And Walker goes on and picks the pace up yet again. Ovit in third place, matching him stride for stride on the shoulder of Wessinghager now. That long raking stride, the forward lean, the long hair of this big New Zealander, over 6 feet tall. Full of running and looking superbly fit at the moment. Walker leads from Wessinghager, from Steve Ovit. And all the world's press asking us, is Ovit capable of beating the world record holder? Behind Ovit now, Morrisley of Africa, an Algerian, and then Jürgen Straub. But the big challengers all out in front as they come up to 800 meters. 1:55 seconds that will be. Walker, of course, the mile world record holder, an Olympic champion at 1500 meters. And the gap has closed to a mere half a yard. Ovit not getting boxed in this race where he's been accused once or twice. Tactically running superbly, and there's a bundle there between the American, that was Steve Scott of the United States, and Morrisley of Africa. It was Dave Hill of Canada, rather, onto the shoulder of the East German Straub. And Dave Hill of Canada coming up. We've seen this man at the White City many times. He had a good win, and they're coming up to the bell now. Had one very good win at Crystal Palace. And Walker's going backwards just a little at the moment as Hill of Canada takes the lead. 2:40 at the bell. Ovett, comfortable, rushes past Walker, chases the Canadian. The Canadian who beat Brendan Foster at Crystal Palace on the one occasion last year. Ovett looking over his left shoulder to see where Walker is and watching Wessinghager on his right. Dave Hill of Canada having a real run at this, and Ovett goes. Wessinghager chases, Walker's box, pulls himself out but has lost 6 yards, and there's one man's blazing speed that has torn this field asunder. Ovett for Great Britain and for Europe, and he really is tearing round. And Walker stops and pulled out. Ovett looks to see who else is in the race. The wave is there, the confidence is there, and he's now chasing an incredibly fast time. Will the European record falling just outside? A marvellous run, a sensational run. A British record for Stephen Ovett. Wessinghager is second. Walker pulled out of the race.
All right, and they're off. Look at that mullet flying in the wind as Craig Engels gets off the line. It's feathered today, probably blown out for the start here.
I would assume that he has his hair all nice for a big race like this tonight with so much great competition.
You got to be prepped. So we have a couple athletes jumping out front here, a couple rabbits, it looks like. Portland athlete jumping in there, getting the pace going, and an Army man up front. Jake Hayward is in the field. You can see Hobbs Kessler, the high schooler, on the outside on Amos Bartlesmeyer's shoulder.
So we have Josh Thompson sitting in 4th right now of the Bowerman Track Club. He's got enormous speed in this event, and I believe he's putting himself in position right now to be able to make some moves later in the race. Josh
Thompson closes very well, and his PR actually comes from indoors, and that's 3:34 for this event. Craig Engels also a 3:34 miler, or 1500 runner. That's a 54-second first quarter, so the field is strung out. I think 54 for the front is good because it means that the guys midway through the pack are running 55 to 56, which is much better pacing for this type of event.
Yeah, it really shows when you have the entire group pulling along. You're going to be able to see some fast times, and everybody races each other's game.
Now you see Mason Fairlick back there in the Tracksmith jersey too, doubling back after his 8:18 victory.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on Craig Engels here. He's in perfect position as he's going through.
Craig Engels looking to make a statement here. Famously closed in 26 seconds for his 3:35 flat victory in 2019. We'll see what he can do here.
As they come through 800 meters here now.
In about 1:53 seconds.
Wow.
So the pace is hot. The pace is hot here in the forest. Jake Hayward on point, Josh Thompson behind him, and Charlie Grice moving in here. Charlie Grice, he's got an axe to grind in here, and not happy that he's not mentioned in the pre-race previews that other publications have been putting out. He wants to make a statement here, and he inches up into second place in between Dan Green.
That was definitely a strong move.
Great move heading into this penultimate stretch. 2:22 through 1,000 meters here. Jake Hayward on the point.
Now we see Eric Avila and Mason Fairlick starting to move up on the outside here as we come into the bell lap.
Bell lap covered in what looks like 2:37 high. So we'll see what this 1200 time is. Jake Hayward still at front. Charlie Grice, Vince Ciotti in there too. 2:52. Henry Wynn on the outside, and Will Paulson moving up with that great hair right next to Henry Wynn. But look at Josh Thompson of the Red Lightning coming into third position, and Craig Engels protecting his spot on the inside, fighting for that rail.
It'll be interesting to see if Craig Engels can jump out there. He seems to be a little bit boxed in right now as he's fighting with Josh Thompson. Will he be able to get and jump out there to be able to come around the outside?
That's a battle right there. We know those two guys have had beef earlier in this season. So look at Craig Engels try to make a move, and he jumps in front of Thompson. And you got Henry Wynn on the outside. Who's it going to be? It's Engels and Grice. And Hayward on the inside. Engels looking to defend his title. Engels takes it. 3:33.
Wow. That was a great move being able to